All right, Leo, I like this. This is a beautiful pull to me, but it's a reminder here that you need to pay attention to, the signs and the symbols that you're seeing around you, that you are headed in the right direction. You don't need to fit in somewhere where you don't feel like you belong. So you are rare and free. There are not many like you, and message in a bottle. There are signs all the way around you that are trying to tell you right now that you are on the right track, you are on the right course. You just need to pay attention to those and stop trying to fit in places that, are not meant for you. And it's not that it's a bad thing here, it's just that you are different in a way that is much better than what you are realizing right now. So I see it as a really good thing. You are a different breed, so to speak, right? And that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. But it's that part of you that you need to let out, not try to suppress and, in order to fit in with people who are not on the same level as you. But you need to trust, though, that you are on the right track here by moving away from, kinds of conformity. All right, here is your overall, the Queen of Cups. So with her being the overall, absolutely, we could be talking about a person that you are dealing with. Could be water, male, female, doesn't matter. But as far as what you are internalizing, with her being the overall, we're talking about emotional attachment and investment. For some of you, it's going to be about being a little bit more emotionally sound and in tune here. But, we'll see. In the past, the Ten of Cups, very nice. So we could be talking about a person that brings a lot of happiness to you. And there definitely is some emotional attachment. But with the Ten of Cups being the past, that is perfect. This is about a very happy situation. Happy home, happy life, the happily ever after. But this is also about you focusing on what your overall happiness looks like, and you being more in tune with how to create that or manifest that, or how to continue it if this is what you're already experiencing. The Page of Cups, so there's new feelings that are being communicated here, new feelings that are coming up for you. But I, don't feel that it's going to negatively affect the happiness that you already have in your life. But things that you have not felt before, I think, are going to be coming back up. And it would make sense that you are like internalizing the Queen of Cups. But again, it's somebody that brings a lot of happiness to you for sure. Very nice. Very, very nice. So even though we're looking at the happily ever after, we're still looking at something new that is being brought up for you that is going to create some physical stability, something that you're going to be able to, see here. With the Four of Wands being in future conditions, it is about building a life with someone, but it's worth celebrating. Like I've always said with the Four of Wands, the beauty behind that is getting to a place where you feel like you've accomplished something that is worth celebrating for you. And there's so much emotions going on around this, but it all looks really good. For a lot of you, it may be kind of like healing and reconnecting with the Page of Cups. It's feeling something brand new with something that has been long-term for you. Could be a relationship here or a marriage, but it's definitely going to be about somebody that there is, emotional attachment and investment with. But with the Four of Wands, it's perfect. Your best path to follow, the Chariot. So with the Chariot here, we're talking about momentum, self-control. You got Cancer showing up here, but definitely a sense of victory that kind of like, picks up the momentum in your life. Now for some of you, this is literally needing to move. Building a new home, building a new life, kind of like restarting things, even with something existing already that is really happy and good for you, but there may need to be a physical move to kind of keep things on track, or to, have a better sense of direction of where things are going. But all of it looks really good. In your environment, the Fool. right? Like, I feel this, I'm going to go for it. You know, I'm going to take that risk. I'm not really worried about what's going to happen. Let's just see, you know. But it's all brand new, you know. It to me, even if we're talking about a situation in a relationship where there have been problems before, if it weren't for that, it would otherwise be a very happy situation. I mean, you're showing that as the past. But the Page of Cups is something new. It's definitely something new that is happening here that is going to lead to very happy stability for you. But with the Fool, it's like letting go of everything and taking a brand new path here with the way that you are feeling and being completely invested in this. But it's all really good. Really, really good. Right? It may be that you just don't fit in a certain area of your life here, and to continue happiness, you may need to make a major move, you know, which is possible here. But there are signs all the way around you right now that are telling you that you are headed in the right direction, which is a good thing. That is a positive omen, message in a bottle. Oh my God, your hopes and your fears. The hell, Leo. The Seven of Swords. What the hell? Now, that being there makes me think that there are some things that you may be keeping to yourself. I don't, you know, it's funny because there's a part of you that is wanting to have faith with this and wanting to completely just jump in and go for this, but your fear is showing that you're worried about something, you know, going on behind your back, deception, being deceived, somebody taking something from you, you know, but it's a fear though. But then it makes me wonder if that isn't, you know, what you may have experienced in what would otherwise have been a very happy situation. Now, for some of you, you may be doing something in the down low, you know. And the fear there is that, you know, everything kind of like comes out. That, or we're talking about you dealing with somebody who is not being very clear about their intentions. You know. The hell? I don't know, like I want to sidestep that because everything else looks really great. But that, though, you're talking about sneaky, sketchy, everything being on the down low, trying to get away with something. You know, but it doesn't have to be that way. You know, and then I look at the Fool and think you're taking a risk here by jumping into something that is, you know, new for you, a new feeling that's coming out of something already existing. You know, and then I question too on whether or not you're dealing with somebody who is having to do things quietly, you know. But I still look at the Four of Wands and think we're still looking at stability, we're celebrating, you know. The hell is going on? Oh boy. The Knight of Cups coming out. Are you dealing with a water sign, possibly? And you got Cancer showing up? Oh my goodness. The Knight of Cups. This is going to be about something coming towards you, possibly somebody coming towards you that may be very emotionally attached to you, that is wanting to build a life with you, which is possible. For others of you, it's going to be about you kind of following your heart, making an offer here, which is possible. All right. You know, I worry about that a little bit because I worry that, you know, you may have to rebuild if you act on something that you are feeling in the moment, right? But then I also feel like a big movement is happening here, you know. But definitely, again, going back to the Chariot, needing to have some self-control over your emotions. You know, that, or we're talking about somebody else who is needing this. Now, with the Magician, right, this is about being able to create happiness. with the Ten of Cups, right? Having what you need and having confidence to manifest that cool ass shit. Like, I can't stress that enough. That is the way that I see the magician. It is taking a thought and making it reality, manipulating matter to manifest the things that you want. But you're already looking at a situation here where there is happiness. You know, you are responsible for creating happiness in your life. And absolutely you have the ability to do that. But there is definitely something new that you are taking a leap of faith on. And it's like, let's see what happens. Let's go for it. Let's do this. With the Knight of Wands, you're definitely acting with passion and wild abandon here. Like, I'm going for this, right? You know, and let's just see. I don't think that you're worried about what is going to happen later on. There's definitely a passion here for something or someone. Now, coming out though, you know, this I worry about just a little bit because, you know, like I've been saying with this one, I feel like this Knight of Swords is trying to point out that there could be a different path that you could take or a different way to go. But we're definitely talking about somebody who's being very truthful, very direct, acting very quickly here. And what they're telling you is absolute truth. And you, though, are going to be put in a position where, you know, I think that you're going to follow your heart no matter, you know, what that means, even if things have to be kept quiet, though. It's interesting. It's interesting. And I still look at this, though, as you coming out with something really good coming to you. Something really good coming to you. Like, I don't feel anything bad around that Knight of Swords. There is a lot of immediate action, though. I mean, look at all of these knights. There is no slowing down here. And with the Chariot, though, you do need to have at least some self-control in as far as where you're going. But this could definitely be about, you know, something or someone who is at a distance from you and you needing to, like, you know, go there, which is possible. But I also feel like for some of you, it's, you know, needing to take an opportunity here to move on something very quickly so that you can, you know, continue to build this overall happiness here. But there's still, you know, this stability coming out. So whatever is coming at you is good. Like, I feel like it's good. This I question. That Seven of Swords, like, you guys are going to have to let me know where the sneaky sneak is coming in, you know? And if you're, like, you know, cheating or somebody is cheating, right? But it doesn't even matter, though. And that's the thing. You know, so, and I'm not seeing the Three of Swords. I'm not seeing the Three of Cups, right? And I don't like to say that that is something that's okay to do because definitely somebody gets hurt in the process. But, you know, I question that. Where is the sneaky sneak coming in? Why is that, you know, hopes and fears here? That you have to keep things quiet? And you're just kind of like following what you feel like is the right thing to do? You know, but it's something that does make you happy, though, for sure. And there's definitely going to be some communication of emotions. And then, oh boy, the heart chakra. So yeah, there's compassion. Compassion is more so about having compassion for yourself and then in turn having compassion for others, right? But the compassion is compassionate communication where you are opening up your heart big time here. But you're doing something quickly and you're not talking about it. What are you doing? But all of it looks really good, and what's coming at you is really good. And the fact that you have a message in a bottle showing up is saying that you are going on the right path. You're doing the right thing for you. You know, there's nothing here indicating that you need to stop or slow down. You know, but there could be a different way to do things, though. And I'm just saying. In miracles, expect the wonders to emerge, but you're going to have to slow it down. Slow it down. There's all this fast, immediate action. There is no slowing down, but maybe things are not exactly clear yet. And that may be where, you know, the Seven of Swords is coming through. So, where things are not being made clear, if you slow down and take some time here, then you can expect the miracles to start to emerge where you get to build something really good. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I like it. I feel good about it, and I feel excited. And I think that's what a lot of you are going to be feeling: excitement, something brand new, new feelings, new opportunities for sure. I just question that Seven of Swords a little bit, but you're definitely opening up your heart to something that is really, really good. Really good.